Hello, my name is Luke Jensen. I'm from the United States of America. I grew up in Michigan, a small town called Ludington, Michigan. Population about 20,000 people. 4 courts in my entire town. How did I become a professional tennis player? My parents were tennis coaches. My dad coached the high school men's team, and my mother coached actually the women's team and gymnastics teams. I was hanging around the courts the whole time, hitting on the wall, hitting with other kids, and just kind of by hanging around the courts the whole time, I became a tennis player. I played all different types of sports, football, basketball, baseball, but something about tennis really got me, got the hook in me. And I felt that the travel, especially the travel, where I was going from my small town in Ludington, Michigan, and traveling as I got better to bigger cities like Detroit, which was a 5-hour drive away, or Chicago, then on to Minneapolis and Dallas and New York City, Los Angeles. As I got better in the juniors and got to represent the United States in Davis Cup play on the junior level, and then of course as a hitting partner on the Davis Cup team for the United States, I traveled around the world. Of course on the circuit where I played for 18 years. The biggest thrill ride was the travel, meeting people from different places around the world. I would say to any junior or any club player, whatever you aspire to be on the tennis court, a higher level, to win more tournaments, as a junior player to get a college scholarship and maybe one day play on the professional circuit, you have to start with attitude. If you don't have a good attitude, you're not going to succeed. That's the bottom line. You have to enjoy what you do through the good times and the bad times. I'm very fortunate that I love the practice aspect of the game. I take my matches and I compete as hard as I can, and then I break them down. I say, what did I do right? What did I do wrong? What did my opponent do to me in that match that forced me into situations where I was hitting my weaknesses against his strengths? Why didn't I succeed in those matches? And I think the attitude comes into play is that you never give up. We had a thing in our family that we used to say, Jensen's never quit. Now we may lose 0-0, and I've lost 6-0, 6-0, but I never quit on a point. And I think that's the most proud, that's the biggest thing I can really hang my career on, is that no matter where I was in the world, if I was up, if I was down, things were going good, things were going bad, I never quit on the tennis court, I never quit in practice, and I always kept a great positive attitude. And I think that started with my parents, and you look at the way they instilled those values. So start with attitude, and we got that down. You go on the tennis court, you want to play with the proper fundamentals by using the right grips, getting the racket back early on ground strokes, not swinging on volleys. These are tips and techniques that have been used since the beginning of the game of tennis, how to play better tennis. But you see players at the club level still swinging at their volleys, still in ready position when the ball is bounced right in front of them, so they take a very harsh and quick backswing, and their timing is off. Watch the pros. When you watch the pros play, watch how the Williams sisters draw that racket back even before the ball is bounced on their side of the net. Watch how a guy like Roger Federer is out in front of his volleys and punching the thing forward. Not a swing, but a nice little short pop, a punch. And watch how he uses the slice and the topspin and different areas of his game to change up the pace, change up the spin to throw his opponent off. The game of tennis is like a game of chess. You don't hit tennis. People hit the ball very hard, but you play the game of tennis. You play with your opponent. You change up the spin. You change up the pace. You change your strategy. Do you attack? Do you play from the baseline? It's that aspect of the game, that chess-like part of the game, that is so intriguing about the game of tennis. We've also learned that we want to learn from the pros. What can we pick up from Andre Agassi? The way he returns serve. He's in great ready position. The racket is out in front, short backswing, and he makes clean contact. Whether you're a beginner or an advanced professional, you can still learn from the books, from the videos, having a great attitude. Of course, learning from the pros, watching on TV, watching the videos, that's big. Your game's going to jump right through the roof.